Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing makeup in a movie. We're going to be talking about Repo, The Genetic Opera. Now, leave me a comment down below if you've actually seen this movie. I love it. It's so weird. It's like Rocky Horror Picture Show for like our generation. I heard about it through like a YouTube video. I bought it on a whim. It's got the girl Alexa Vega from Spy Kids. The guy that played Giles in Buffy is in it. Paris Hilton's in it. It's playing behind me. I have it muted for copyright purposes, but yeah, if you've never seen it, I definitely recommend checking it out. It was on Prime at one point. It's not available anymore, but if you can find it and rent it, I bought this on Amazon. I really, really like it. It's a little bit bizarre, but I don't know. It's a musical. They're singing. So we're just going to be kind of talking about the movie a little bit. I'm going to do an eye look. Like I said, I'll have it playing in the background. I just won't have the sound on. I wish I could, but like I said, for copyright, I think I'll get a copyright strike if I try to have the audio from it. Otherwise, I would just sit here and play the whole movie like with sound so you could hear it. But because like I said, the music in it is really, really good. You can look up on YouTube some of the like the little singing clips from it to get an idea. I don't know, I just really like it. And then for a palette, I'm going to be using the Futurism 2, the Cyber Bronze from Kaleidos. They have a new collection coming out on the 11th that I'm thinking about picking up. So I want to use some more of their palettes. So this is what Cyber Bronze looks like. I'm not going to hold it up with each shade like I would a normal tutorial, but this is that's the palette we're going to be using. We're going to try it out. I haven't used this one yet, and I wanted to do a video where I review like rank my Kaleidos palettes since the collection's dropping soon. So I figured that would mean I would need to use them all. I think it's going to be, I filmed a video earlier. I think it's probably going to end up looking very similar to the look that I just took off, which is funny, but that's okay. Like I said, this is a musical, and I would compare it to Rocky Horror Picture Show. I don't know if it's as iconic as a movie, but I think that's what they were going for with it. That guy right there is the grave robber. There's people are addicted to plastic surgery in the future, and people need transplants. It's very much like the premise of Repo Man with Jude Law, where there's a corporation that will fund the transplant and the surgery, and then if you can't pay, the Repo Man comes in. So it's basically, it's a very almost identical premise. It's just a musical, and they're singing. And in this one, Zydrate is the drug. People are addicted to it. It's like the anesthetic they use for surgery. So it's very much like when people were addicted to ether. Back in the day, you had the ether addicts. So you've got the Zydrate addicts, and Paris Hilton's character is kind of an addict, and her dad owns the company. There will be spoilers, but so like the grave robber, like Zydrate is from like, they get it from like the corpses. It's like a byproduct or something. It's been a little bit since I watched the movie, but so he's a drug dealer. He's also a grave robber. And then he's harvesting an organ because somebody couldn't pay. But so yeah, it's, if you liked Repo Man with Jude Law, a very almost identical storyline. There's just singing, but I think they were, I don't believe that this movie took off like Rocky Horror Picture Show did. I don't know what the cult following is on this film, to be honest. I heard about it Alexandria Ryan has a channel on YouTube. She does unboxings primarily. Years ago, a few years ago, she was getting the Vanishing cabinet from, I don't know who makes the Vanishing cabinet. It's not Notoriously Morbid. I don't, this is, yeah, it is Notoriously Morbid, I think is the indie company. They used to do, I think they still do it. It's called the Vanishing Cabinet subscription, and it's almost identical to the one I was getting from Apocalyptic Beauty. It's, you know, they make their own eyeshadows. They're in these little like clear pots, but every month in the Vanishing Cabinet, theirs are themed around movies or films. And so one month they did Repo. And so when she unboxed it, she was talking about the movie, and I had never seen it. So I bought it. It seemed like something that I would like once I figured out who was in it. And so I just bought it and watched it and liked it. But that's how I heard about it. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if anybody else has even heard of this movie, but I like it. I don't mind a weird musical. I'm a fan of the Rocky Horror Picture Show movie. That's another, it's a weird movie, and it's one of those, when I was younger, it took me a long time to like watch the whole movie because it is out there, but I honestly think I like this better, which I know is kind of like blasphemous because Rocky Horror Picture Show has such a huge cult following. People are probably going to come for me. I don't know. I just like the aesthetic of this. It's definitely darker. The music is, I don't know, it's funny. Paris Hilton's face falls off at the end, which is hysterical in itself. She doesn't have a super big part, so, I mean, her acting isn't, you don't have to watch her acting much. Alexa Vega is the primary character in the movie, so you see her more than anybody else. I think the guy that plays the grave robber was the choreographer or wrote the music. Like, he had a dual role. I forget which one, but yeah, the guy playing the grave robber, like I said, either wrote the music or was the choreographer for this. Which, fun fact, and I'm not trying to be like racial or in the first Underworld movie, the black werewolf, the really like big guy with the deep voice, he's actually like a geneticist, and so he was also the like the consult on the movie, so that like their genetic point when they were trying to find the guy to make the serum so that they could make the hybrid. He's actually like a scientist in real life. So he was the, also the genetic consult person on the film, along with playing the werewolf. Fun little fact. So like, yeah, like that guy had another job, which isn't uncommon because a lot of times the main actor is also especially if it's a well-known person, ends up being a executive producer on the film. But it's, like I said, it's good. It's weird. You're going to probably watch it and think there's something wrong with it. It's funny because Mike and I had just started dating. Like, we hadn't been dating that long, maybe 6 months, when I bought it and brought it over to his house. We weren't living together at the time, and I made him watch it, and he's still here, but I know he was thinking, like, he doesn't like it and he doesn't understand why I like it. Like, I don't think he hated it, but it definitely wasn't his cup of tea, so to speak. So I'm sure when we were watching it, he was probably like, what the hell is wrong with her? But not enough that he left. Like I said, he's still here, but yeah, I made him watch it early on when we first started dating. Okay, why are we watching this movie? And I think the only saving factor was I hadn't seen it before either, but I've watched it several times since then, just by myself. My older daughter watched it. I had her watch it once because I've talked about it, and I don't think she minded it. It's not necessarily for younger kids. She's 13, so she's older, but it's a little bit, like, tiny bit graphic. So I'd say I wouldn't let smaller kids watch it maybe, but unless they've already been watching stuff and they're not, like I said, there's a couple parts like you saw, and it's a little bit gory, but and violent, because he's literally like, it's just like in the Jude Law movie where he literally tracks down the person and just cuts the organ out when they don't pay. So there is some violence and gore. But other than that, let's see. I don't know what I'm going to do on the lid. Maybe those two colors. Like I said, I haven't used this palette yet, so I don't really know what I'm doing, but more so wanted to talk about this movie because I like it, and it's one of those, I think everybody should see it once. I said you're going to watch it and probably think there's something wrong with me, but it's one of those movies you're either going to like it and think it's kind of neat and different, or you're going to think that there's something wrong with me. So that's going to go one of two ways if you decide to watch it, if you've never seen it. I'm curious if anybody's seen it. So again, yeah, leave me those comments down below, because I am for sure curious. I'm hoping I'm not the only one that's watched it. But like I said, I had never heard of it before that. So I don't know. When was it made? It's an older movie. 2008. So it's like 12 years old. Yeah, I don't even know. I had never heard about it. So I'm not. It was one of those, like, it had to, yeah, that would have been after Buffy was canceled, I think, because I don't think he made it. The guy that plays Giles, I can't remember what the actor's name is, but I watched Buffy the whole time it was on. I'm pretty sure that was after Buffy was canceled. Buffy, I think, has been off the air for a while. So maybe he did it. I forget when. Maybe somebody can tell me when Buffy the Vampire Slayer was canceled. I'm assuming he made it after. Hey, can you guys not play right there? Thank you. The dogs always have to play right when I'm filming. I will put you guys outside. Evie, stop. My little dog likes to pick on the big dog and then they wrestle. And I'm in here, so they want to be in here. I'm like, go out in the living room if you're going to do that. Of course, they don't. Hey, Evie, leave Aspen alone. Aspen wants to be in here because I'm in here. So Evie's like, well, then I'm going to wrestle with you. Anyway, yeah, I'm assuming he made that after Buffy went off the air, but I don't know for sure because I don't remember how long Buffy's been off the air. I don't remember. It's funny. This doesn't look exactly the same as the look I just did, but it's very similar tones. But that's okay. Like I said, I haven't used this palette yet, and I wanted to try it before I film that other video. I'm home today, so I'm trying to film a bunch, but okay. I like this palette so far. This seems to be one that people that got them in PR gave away just because this color scheme is pretty neutrally, and you're either gonna gravitate towards these colors or you're not. I have all of the Kaleidos palettes now. I did finally buy the neon one. That's the only one I was missing. I did get it not that long ago, a couple months ago. So I do have them all. I've been waiting for them to come out with a new palette, and they're finally coming out with one. I don't think it's as cool as their full-size palette they had before that I never got my hands on, that was discontinued, the Undersea one, but I'm excited that they're coming out with a full-size palette. So I'm definitely going to get the palette. It's one of those, I may buy the full collection and review it. There are reviews of their full collections out because people got PR packages, but I may buy the full collection and just review everything just because I like the brand so much, but we'll see. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to buy everything. I don't think I'll use the lip gloss, so if I do end up buying the whole set, I will probably give it away. I'll do a little giveaway in the video, but we'll see if I end up. They haven't released any prices, so I don't know what the collection, if they're even selling the whole collection like together, or if you have to buy individual pieces. There's some new highlighters. There's like 2 blush duos, the full-size palette, a couple of sponges, and a lip gloss. I have 3 highlighters here, and then I ordered the 2 I'm missing. So I'll have all of their highlighters aside from the new ones from the collection. There's 2 new ones, plus they reformulate. So I don't know if the one I'm getting is reformulated or not, because I got Ray Rider, which is an older highlighter, but I guess they reformulated it. I don't know if I'm getting an original one or a reformulated one. Probably a reformulated one, but... So, point of that whole little, like, story that nobody probably cares about. I don't know if I'm going to buy the whole collection or not. I'm thinking about it. It'll depend on how much it costs, because like I said, I don't think I'm going to use the lip gloss, and I probably won't keep both blush duos, but if I end up buying the whole thing, I'll do a giveaway in that video, so we'll see. People have been asking them on Instagram and nobody's responded, so I don't know if you can buy the whole thing or if you have to buy individual pieces. If you have to buy individual pieces, I probably won't order everything, but... I'm excited to have another one of their palettes. I've heard that the matte formula in this new one is different, that it seems different. I don't know why my eye all of a sudden is running so bad. I've watched a few reviews on the new collection, and it seems like people are kind of thinking that there was a change with their mattes, which is kind of sad because the mattes in this palette are good. But anyway, I don't know how many people are here for the makeup, so I'll stop talking about the palette. But the premise, the guy that plays Giles is the Repo Man. Spoiler alert. His daughter is sick. She doesn't know that he's the Repo Man, but the whole premise is, you know, she sneaks out and then she finds out who her dad is. That is just, my eye is running so bad that the eyeshadow doesn't want to adhere right there. I'm trying to keep it. Let me get it to stop running and then maybe you can get it to stick. So, and her mom died. So there's like that whole premise. The guy that owns the Gene Co., the company, was in love with the wife. So there's that whole like situation. Her dad was a doctor before all that happened, and so that's the premise. The basic plot of the movie. But yeah, I'm interested. Let me know. Like I said, if you've seen it, if you're going to try and watch it, and if you do watch it, definitely come back and let me know what you thought, because Mike, I think, thinks I'm crazy a little bit for liking the movie, but so I like a good weird indie film every once in a while. That's definitely what this is. I'm using the Kat Von D Trooper liner in Mad Max. What is this called? Mad Max Brown. I got this in a subscription box and I like it. I need to order a Trooper liner, the regular black one, the tattoo liner in Trooper, before they discontinue it, because I'm really hoping. I think the reason they did the Kat Von D mystery boxes was because they're getting ready to rebrand. They're trying to get rid of old inventory and rebrand. And I'm really hoping they don't get rid of the tattoo liners. I know those were a very like signature Kat Von D product, so like it would make sense to not have one or to change them, but the tattoo liners are my favorite. I was going to leave this makeup on the rest of the day, but if my eye keeps running this bad, I'm not going to be able to, because I can't not keep eyeshadow in that corner down there. So I may have to just take this off and not wear any makeup after this. Yeah, I was going to leave this makeup on the rest of the day, but my eye doesn't quit. That's not going to happen. It started to get windy outside, so I don't know if that's... It's probably allergies. I did take my allergy pill. I didn't use my nose spray. Maybe that'll help, because your eyes, nose, like ears, everything's connected. So sometimes that kind of helps dry things up more. I'm afraid to put liner on this side too. Gonna take it down very far, because yeah, my eye is running really bad all of a sudden. It doesn't help that I like filmed a makeup look and then had to take everything off, so some of it could be whatever was in the makeup remover wipe. Oh, it is running bad. Oh, my eye hasn't run this bad in a long time, because I wear contacts now and I sleep in them. They're the night and day ones, and so my eyes are generally pretty dry. You can see that like just pulled everything up. Oh, now the front's going. Oh, I'm gonna try and fix this and then put mascara on, and then we'll be done. So let me know if there's other like indie horror films that people like that maybe I haven't seen, and I will definitely check them out, because this is a good little like weird one. Knocking palettes over. Okay, I'm just gonna put mascara on and then we'll be done. So you can see there was Paris Hilton in there a little bit. The guy that plays the owner of the company is a well-known actor. I can't think of his name, but he generally likes, like, he'll play in those like Italian mob movies. I've seen him in some other stuff too, so. You can see where my hooded eyes are, like, that silver is up in my lid. To blend that out a little bit. That's just because my eyes are hooded. And I'm not even going to put any mascara on the bottom because of how bad my eyes are running, because that will be a mistake. I I'm not going to do any in, I was going to put liner in the waterline, but that is also not going to happen at this moment. So that is the look that I did with the Futurism 2, the Cyber Bronze. Kind of goes with, I like to theme the eyeshadow with like the tone of the film, and it's very like reds and golds and grungy, and so I thought that palette was perfect, and I haven't tried it yet. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the finished look. Let me know if anybody's gonna try and check this out, or if you've seen it. If you've seen it, definitely let me know, and let me know what your thoughts were on it. Like I said, you're probably gonna think I'm insane because I like it, but yeah. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully this wasn't too boring. I don't do these often enough to feel like I'm like super comfortable talking. And so I'm going to try and get better and try and do these more. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you enter my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And yeah, hopefully you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye everyone.